Hello guys, Fuzz here and welcome back once again to Final Fantasy IX, and we're going to crack on today. Everything's going getting a little bit hectic here in the castle, and Princess Dagger has already made her escape, so we are now with Zidane and crew, which are Freya, Vivi and Amaranth. But there is an optional boss fight that I want us to engage in because it does give us a good reward for defeating it. But since it's optional, you don't have to do it. But if you're following this walkthrough and want to do everything completely, then I suggest that you do. So make sure first and foremost that your party are equipped. I've already double checked this, and you're going to want to make sure that everybody's got the Devil Killer and antibody and counter abilities where appropriate. Obviously Zidane, Amaranth and Freya can make decent use of counter. But make sure everybody's at least got the antibody, since this boss does cast poison. And of course we do not want to get hit by that, if at all possible. So in order to reach this optional boss, to proceed with the story by the way, we need to head up these steps here, the same way that Dagger went. But for now we're going to head over and downstairs in order to reach the library entrance. So we can say hello to some folks if we want to. Scholars never stop learning, even when there's a massive attack going on. And we can see there's a kind of like book just kind of hanging around up on this bookcase here. So as inquisitive as we are, let's go and find out what exactly it is. And we hear somebody talking, so we'll go ahead and attempt to listen to them. And they want to challenge us. The book wants to challenge us. Okay, it's a little bit peculiar. But this is a boss fight with an enemy known as Tantarian. And this enemy can be a bit of a challenge. It has an impressive 22,000 health. And it can only receive damage once the book itself is actually open. So if we get Amaranth, for instance, to go ahead and attack. Oh, well, he did counter attack, which is the same thing, I guess, isn't it? Then that should theoretically open the book. And now we can get Zidane stealing. We can get Vivi casting slow. And we can get Freya casting tent in order to inflict darkness. I don't want to go through a lot of tents in order to get this affected, but a few would help. We'll get Freya healed up. This guy does do a fair whack of damage, so just, you know, bear that in mind. At least we've got slow inflicted there. Steel isn't going to do anything while this guy is closed. So a couple of things that we should possibly mention at this point is that the reason why we're casting Steel is that he has the rare item known as Demon's Mail, which is an item we don't yet have and yet we want. So just do your best with the stealing here. Incidentally, I should point out that you can in fact steal with Zidane when the book is closed. Right, after you've pummeled it with quite a few physical attacks, then you should notice that it opens up. And when it opens up, you can do a load of damage to it. But there's no point doing so while it's closed. So once again, we'll try and get this guy to open up again. And basically when it opens to between page 150 and 200 is when it's going to do its damage. So it's when it's going to open up. So we'll see what it opens up to. So there we go. So now we should be able to, as long as Freya doesn't attack and close it again, do a lot of damage to it. I recommend that you use fire, since it is weak to fire. And this should do us something good. And we'll just get these others here to potion up a bit, get some health going. It doesn't do hardly any damage while it's in this mode, by the way, apart from poison, which if you've got antibody equipped, you should be sorted against. So for now we're just going to keep going on with the healing here. And who else is going to need a potion? Who have I cast them on? I think Vivi and Zidane need a bit of potioning up. So once again, we'll start with more fire. When its bucky's closed, you might just want to be casting focus with VV in order to just boost his damage spells up. And we'll throw another one on VV here, I think. This is where a nice stock of high potions comes in extremely handy. And again, we don't want to be using physical attacks just yet, since that will once again close it up. We do want to just be damaging it and finishing it off as soon as we can. So about 5 or 6 of these attacks with VV should do it. If your fibre spells don't do this much damage, then of course it will take longer. But once again, with that antibody equipped, as long as you keep him open, you won't be receiving much damage in return. So that is the plan. And we'll just defend once again with Amaranth. And everybody else at this point. Your poison doesn't mean nothing to us. And it looks like that should just about be it. So I managed to steal all 4 items, which include the Ether, the Elixir, the Silver Fork and the Demon's Mail, the latter of which would be the first time we collected such an item. And we get a nice 30 AP, which certainly isn't too shabby at all. But more importantly, even than the AP, is the item reward we're about to pick up, which are the running shoes. And running shoes are the only way you can teach the ability Auto Haste, which is pretty useful, as you might imagine. And that's all we get, so a bit of a strange encounter there, but there we have it. And we'll just see what's going down with these running shoes. There they are. Auto Haste. And we also get the haste ability for those that can cast that. Has anybody maxed anything out here? No, we'll just finish off this white draw and then we'll probably throw them on Freya. Well, it depends how our party is at the time, doesn't it? At the moment we won't use them, but yeah, that auto haste, definitely a good thing. Right, so we can just speak to some of the folks down here. And we can just tell them to escape. Nobody else? We'll just double check back in the library that we were just in. Tell all these scholars that they need to leave. And okay, I think we're sorted. So now we're going to head back up, and since we've just engaged in that boss battle, I would probably recommend just heading back to the Moogle here and tenting up and saving. Probably not a bad idea in all honesty. Now that we're saved up, we're going to go the same way that Dagger went, and it should just be pointed out that we are just going to be hit with a few more scenes from this point on. So we'll head up through the western section here, see what's going on up this staircase. And we've got Sid with us as well. Okay, so up we go. And we are nearly done with this massive story section that we've been undertaking in Alexandria Castle here. And now we seem to have switched back into Lindblum. So a bit of exciting stuff has just gone down back in Alexandria, of course. Fortunately, I think we managed to evacuate some folk before it all did. And Baku has a habit of showing up, doesn't he? Just after all the action. Right, so once again we have control of Zidane, and only Zidane, as we find ourselves here in the master suite of the castle. So first things first, there's a couple of treasure chests that you'll notice. So we'll go ahead and grab the Egoist's Armlet, I believe that is, and there's an elixir up here as well, so we'll just go and snatch that while we are around. And if we talk to Moki here, we can do a bit of magnet action. And which letter do we want to read? the letters don't matter so much. What does matter is that we take the letter from him that he wants to deliver to Mudon. So now we have 2 in our possession. We can go ahead and save again. And now we're going to head to the elevator. We're getting a bit of a scene, so we'll just watch this first. No time to chat, Cyblank. Sedan wants to go and see Dagger. We can go ahead and watch the ATE. I recognise that music, of course, and that orange lump down in the corner of the screen. Yeah, I think turning around and seeing Queen would do that to a lot of people. Right, anyway, as I was saying, we need to head over to the elevator, and in order to proceed with the story we need to head up, as has been our instruction, but for the time being we're going to collect some other items, so we're going to go down to the base level. And we're going to ride to Dragon's Gate to collect our first item. And somewhere around here should be a hidden item for us to collect. This time just a remedy. We've actually looted from here a few times before, but it has been replenished for us. And now we're going to go to the Serpent's Gate. And around here there should be another item. Chimera armlet, and with those in hand we can head back to the base level station. This time we are going to head up to see what Sid's doing, if anything exciting. We have got quite a lot of scenes coming up, so be ready for them. Make sure if you've not got enough time to watch them all, save your game and then come back later. But whenever you're ready, just head through. Okay. Hope we went to the correct place. And now we'll just follow along and see what is going down. Now we can head through into here. Okay, so now we need to basically head to the guest rooms. So once we reach the mid-level of the elevator, we can just head up to the usual place. And through and into here, where we find Aiko. Okay, so we now actually have our next quest, which is to do a little bit of chemistry. But before we go ahead with that, we'll go ahead and select the next ATE. And there is Cinna and Marcus. And now we can actually proceed into the town to start cracking on with this quest. But I'm going to leave the episode here today, folks. So I'm just going to head back to the Moogle to save. So I'm going to say thanks ever so much for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed this, and if you have, please do go ahead and hit the like button. Don't forget as well, you can also support me by sharing these videos with your friends, and hit the subscribe button to be kept up to date with future episodes as and when I put them out. Although we're on episode 40 odd by now, so hopefully you've done that already if you've been watching this series. Anyway, I've been your host, Fuzzfinger, and I'll see you soon, guys, for more Final Fantasy IX. And just a heads up as well, in case you forgot, you can head over to the FuzzfingerGaming website and find the saved game files for this playthrough over there, just in case you've missed anything, or if you need to catch up, or whatever the case may be. Those save files will hopefully be useful to you, and they can be used on the PC and or Android versions of the game. Anyway guys, take care, see you soon, bye for now.